Hello, I am Eliza Blue. I am here with Rue Bear in our kitchen in Western South Dakota, and we are going to show you a few things with our sourdough starter. So, we've got some going right now. This has been in here for a couple of hours, so you can see it's pretty sticky. And I often will mix my sourdough actually like in the bowl, or knead it rather, so that I don't have to clean my table, because that's easier. But for the purposes of this, because we kind of want to show you some stuff, we're actually going to pull it out.
Yes.
Now this is, like I said, this is pretty sticky, and I don't follow an exact recipe anymore, mostly because the consistency changes so much depending on weather and the kind of flour you're using. You want to start kneading that up? And so I do it much more by feel now at this point. And it's actually pretty easy to tell if it's working or if it's not. Because if it's super sticky, you don't want it to be so sticky, right? You want it to be a little teeny bit sticky, but not like sticking to your hands like that, right?
Well,
I mean, it's going to start out, I should say, it's going to start out that sticky, but at least for me, what I'm looking for is for it to stop feeling that sticky. So when I add my starter and when I add my flour, the consistency I'm going to get to when I start kneading, I want it to feel like still soft and still have a little bit of, moisture to it. You don't want it to start to be too dry, but here, we'll put a little bit more down.
Wash hands.
But when I start working it like this, so now you can see I am still having a little bit of stickiness, but it's not sticking to my counter too much. And once I get it to that, knead it through a little bit, enough that I can start to see that when I'm gonna be getting ready to form it into more of the shape of the bread, so it's still a little bit sticky, I'm probably gonna add a little bit more. And that's it, that's my process. Is just adding a little bit until I feel like it's where I want it to be, so that it's easy to work with, but not too dry. Because I want it to still feel pretty soft and flexible. And then after that, it's ready to go and sit on the table or sit in your bowl, cover it up with a damp cloth, and depending on how sour of dough you want, in our family, you guys don't like it to get too sour, right?
Not too sour.
Not too sour. So we don't let it sit for, usually if I start it in the morning, we try to have it baked by the end of the day or put in the refrigerator, because otherwise it starts to get sour enough that kids don't want to eat it anymore. But if you like sour and you like a long ferment, you can leave it for longer than that. And that's the fun of sourdough. You get to experiment and see what works for you. Everybody's taste is different, and there's a lot of room for trial and error. So anyway, that's what works for us, and that's how we do it around here. Anything else you want to add? Thanks for watching.